So Fina got sprayed by a skunk on Friday, and this is how it happened. She keeps crawling under this container. I'm pretty sure that's where the skunk lives because I see it on the camera at nighttime. So she got herself sprayed, so we're just giving her a quick bath. It's a pretty rank smell. I'm not sure if you've experienced it on your dogs, but I'm just hoping that she learned her lesson, except I think she's enjoying the bath by the smile on her face. Yeah. So anyway, we had a good weekend other than dealing with that. We actually went to an art show that was right in Canning. We've never been to the Art Can Gallery, so we decided why not check it out. I seen the artist on Instagram and I just wanted to go check it out. So this was the exhibit here. I wish I had filmed more inside, but this was when we were leaving. And then we just hung out in the shop this weekend. We want to start getting it organized. Chad's just looking at all the work he has to do. But yeah, we're slowly filling this barn up, and we really want to get it so that, the bikes are hanging on the wall and the cars are situated. We have the other barn down the street, so we're going to start moving all the non-painted cars down there and set up a patina display, I guess, versus like the paint. So what else did we do this weekend? We actually went to a swap meet in Dartmouth. It's about an hour away from where we live, and I think it happens twice a year, but I don't know. It just seemed like this year it was a lot bigger and a lot better. Like there was a lot of really good pieces that we picked up. We got 2 radiators. I think we paid, one was $50 and one was $125. So, what else did we get? We got, a cool tire cover for a 34 Chev, the spare tire cover. That's in really good shape. And Chad picked up a few toys, and we got some flanges for the exhaust that we thought we could use on the Hudson, but I don't think they're gonna work. And then we stocked up on some Dewalt grinders. This is the model that Chad likes the best with the way that the trigger is. So yeah, we got 3. We had to drive like 45 minutes to the Canadian Tire that had this model, but we thought we lost the keys here and couldn't find them. We went back into the store, traced our steps, and they were in his jacket pocket. And now it's Monday and we're back to work in the shop, and we want to start framing up the firewall. And that's going to require Chad and Doug to fit the engine back in. And we actually haven't had the engine in since we made the motor mounts, so it's actually a good thing to get the motor back in, see how it sits with the mounts, and make sure it's all squared up and level so that Chad can start framing up the firewall. And I believe we're going to make it removable so that we can work on the engine no problem. And yeah, other than that, it's straightforward. Doug is still welding up the front end. There's so much welding that needs to be done there. And we're just really excited that, Doug is going to start tackling the welding side of things. So I think that's really going to help us go forward that much quicker. Like Aiden was generally like our main welder when he was here, and we sort of need that again. So we're hoping Doug can fill that role. And yeah, we're just talking it over and making the plan for today. This generally happens every morning. We always have a meeting and figure out what we want to film for content today. And the car generally tells us what the content is going to be. So we're just having a look at where we want to start framing up the firewall. The dash is still attached, so we're going to take out the 4 screws and just disregard the dash altogether because we're just going to make our own, and it's just going to get in the way of framing up the firewall and the transmission tunnel if we keep it there. So I think he wants to frame it up starting with the A-pillar, so he'll connect a piece of square tubing from A-pillar to A-pillar and then just start squaring it up and studding it up. And he really wants to simplify it so that when we make the transmission tunnel and the drive shaft tunnel, that it just goes easy peasy. The complexity is the engine and making the car fit the engine. So we really want to simplify the inside and make it a true race car. It'll be good once we get everything mocked up to be able to take the body off the chassis and sandblast everything again. And then we can really start, finishing the fabrication of the chassis and strengthening it. I think moving forward, we're going to start buying cars that run and drive and stop so that there isn't so much mechanical engineering that has to be done. It's like the 50 Ford that we did. That was the perfect storm because it drove into the shop. We did modify the engine a bit with the intake, and the oil spout was changed to make it look old. I feel like this is going to be quite a build in terms of length and money. And that's sort of why we decided to list some of the projects. The Pontiac runs, but the others don't. And when we're not in the shop, we are fixing up the barn that's down the street. So there's never a dull day around here.